Today we'll continue our conversation on graphing exponential equations. And remembering that an exponential equation is one where the variable is in the power or in the exponent. All right, so starting with y equals 3 to the x, we would say that our base would be 3. We're taking it to the x power. So we're going to talk about basically the most common points. So if you would make a table of values, you'd have the point 0, 1, because anything to the 0 power is 1. You would have 1, 3, because 3 to the first is 3. And then you'd have 3 to the negative 1, which remember a negative power flips it, so we'd have 1/3. Those would be the three basic points that we're always going to kind of start with. Obviously, if x would be 2, you'd have 9, and so on. And so we would plot these points. We'd have negative 1, 1/3. We'd have 0, 1. And we'd have 1, 3. And you can see the general shape of this is forming. It's going to look like this. Your domain would be all reals. Your range would be y is greater than 0. All right, now if the graph or the equation changes a little bit, let's say in the power here we've got x minus 1, and then let's say we've got a plus 2 out here. This is going to move it right 1, and this would move it up 2. So I would take each of these points, I would move right 1, up 2. Moving this point right 1 and up 2 would be about right there. This point here, this is the point 2, 3. I would move it right 1, so I'd have 3, and then up 2 would be 3, 5. This new graph would then look like this. It would get closer and closer to 2. And now your domain would still be all reals. Your range would be y is greater than 2. All right, the next one here. Taking this step by step, if I'm graphing this, I'm going to look at this right here, the 2 to the x, and realize that I'm going to have these points. 0, 1, 1, 2, negative 1, 1/2. And I could plot those points. And you can see that exponential graph is forming there. All right, then we're going to move right 3 and up 1. So starting with this farthest left point, I move right 3, up 1. People right there. Moving the 0, 1 point, right 3 and up 1. Puts me at the point 3, 2. And then the point 1, 2 would become 4, 3. So I'm just moving each of those points right 3 and up 1. All right, then with this 3 out in front, this 3 is going to, as it has in all of our other equations, it's going to multiply the y's by 3. All right, so taking these blue points now, so I've already moved right 3 and up 1, I'm going to triple the y coordinate. So this point right here, this point 4, 3, is now going to become 4, 9, tripling that y coordinate. The point 3, 2, which is right here, is going to become 3, 6. The point 2, 1 is going to become 2, 3. All right, and then the general shape of this, again, it's moved up 1. I know it's going to get closer and closer to 1, and the shape of this graph would look like this. It's an exponential graph. The domain would still be all reals. Your range would be y is greater than 1. Again, as far as your movements go, this is going to move it right 3. This will move things up 1. And this is going to vertically stretch it, or triple the y coordinates. I'm going to create another video that deals with exponential decay.